off the back A site and get the bomb plant down very quickly.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, we are live, and TSM is on the T side.
So TSM did pick up the knife round this time, just like last time, and as we can see, guess which side they want.
Yeah, and T side, I mean, yeah, like you were talking about them playing in Navi yesterday, had a pretty decent T side.
Yeah, and then, well, we saw what happened last map too when they started out on the T side. They had a terrific, I think is a great word to describe it, terrific T side to start, but pistol rounds underway, and TSM are coming at A from all angles. Neo, though, holding strong, does manage to get one before Cajun V cancels him out, and Pasha's going to trade it back. Pasha's still surviving somehow before Dupree finally puts him down. And this brings it back to 3-on-3, but Taz is definitely worse for wear of everyone that's alive. 12 HP and somehow gets back. And everyone's rotated over, so TSM are firmly aware of that. They know it has to have happened, and they're going to head back to B. Finally, VP will get the response. They'll get a quick rotation, keep in mind. Yeah, there you see Bialy just has to get inside the window. Spotted on the drop, though. They'll know he's inside the pit, but he gets aggressive once more, goes for the early pick, and with Dupree dropping down, Dupree actually gets the better. It was Taz who took down Zipnix on the backside, and Device finds him low HP, as we said. This leaves just Snacks in a very tight position. He's gone the long way. He may be able to catch them out on this flank, but he's got to do it very quickly.
Yeah, he does have a kit, and he also has an armor, and TSM, they're quite low on HP. Device is 60 and 28 on Dupree, so it's... I was going to say before that happened, it's doable, but not when the Device is shooting headshots.
You got to love as soon as these guys get tagged up, they don't even like turn to look and see where he is. They just instantly shoot. They trust the reaction, so Snacks tried to hit the shot there. Not able to do so in TSM for the second map in a row, starting off with the first pistol. This time a lot different buy, though. They're going to go for 3 rifles up. It's AK-47s, and there is a lot more linear perspective toward the A side, a lot more open space, and as well through the sewage pipe that they can try and use those rifles to their advantage.
Yeah, and you can actually kind of check where TSM will go, especially on this map, on the anti-eco, depending on what they buy. If they buy SMGs, chances are they're going to just go close quarters on B. If they buy all of these like long distance rifles, chances are they're just going to go on A and just spread out.
Snacks had to have seen that second player go by. I think he did, yeah, because look, changes his angle and watches the backside. He still needs to be careful because there's more than just those two. And he does get Kerrigan as he falls off. No one to pursue that kill, so this brings it back to 4-on-4. Zipnix comes up the backside with that AK and tries to do some damage in onto A. The double scout setup is still up because Neo went down, but Bialy has recovered it. They still don't have a full read on TSM. Look at Zipnix and Cajun B as well, though. 30 and 28, so VP might bring this back early if they can find those two and still have numbers to work with. That's not going to be the case, as Device comes around from long and Pasha was firmly focused on the front side of bathrooms. And now Bialy tries to come back around and join up with Snacks as the bomb does go down. Planted off to the left. That's over by the truck this time, so Dupree gets in deep in the corner, and if they cross out and don't cover him off, he'll be in a good position to get the kills. He knows Taz is to the right because he's fired away so many times, and he'll take the fight to Snacks, find him as well, but not before Device went down, so at least they are dropping some guns. Keep in mind there was 2 AKs bought. One of them right now is on the ground, as Taz just desperately wants to knock more guns out. Actually, he's got the AK. He's got to it. So they've got the AK to work with, and Taz is going to use it to take down Zipnix. Dupree does knock down the scout from Bialy, but...
Oh, look at this. So smart play by
does he get them? Yep, he does, but I don't know if he's going to get... He won't get this AK. It's too far away.
I was just going to say, what is our observer doing?
James Bardoff, that's you.
Watching a bunch of people over at B when we have like a fight for who's going to be saving the weapon or not.
He's going to bring out the mini-map and be like, you're both fired. It's just
yeah,
going to have
we're
you're
done
fired
now.
written across it.
Can't work in these conditions.
Oh, there we go. And so an AK lost. I mean, that is somewhat significant. A bit more of a rush this time from TSM. They want to go straight in. Bialy's heard them. He knows they're off to his left. He just has to play ring around the rose. He does get the first on Device. There's no one else to follow up. Look at the damage he does onto Zipnix as well. Eventually does go down. Kerrigan's going to find 2.
Bomb has been planted.
With the bomb in place, it's just going to be exits. Taz does get the one. We'll see if this time when he picks up the gun, he does manage to secure it. Cajun B spots him running away, and I think that's going to be exactly the case. No, Virtus.pro actually turned back, so they fake that they're out of there, and then they'll hold true and just try and get more damage dealt.
Doesn't make any sense to actually go and save here for Virtus.pro. I mean, Pasha, he has a P250. They're going to be buying next round anyway. Taz with a Tech 9. Again, not really weapons you don't mind losing. Sure, they might run away because TSM have SMGs and they don't want to give them kills. So that's probably the only reason why I could see them just trying to save or stay away from TSM. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense.
Now, what's the upgrade going to be from TSM here? Ah, okay, there it is. It does come out. The AWP for device, but it's still an SMG for Kerrigan versus these 5 M4s. And again, the aggro defense, it's not uncommon you'll see this because not only can you get a lot of information, you can, based on the position of the map, come up that far on that side, you start to funnel them off, and there's not a lot of sacrifice. If you get dropped at long, it's so quick to get back to the A site. You're not giving up like a massive access, as they're going to go further than that.
Yeah.
Pasha and Snacks pick up 1 apiece. Head to the front bathrooms, but again, there's still people home. They'll have to fall back quickly now as Neo does go down. Now if they smoke them off, Pasha has to find a way back in, but Snacks is going to go the other way. He wants in behind them, and this might be smart because usually your post-plant positioning will be falling out to bathrooms. That's where they plan it for, and with Zipnik's down inside the site, it all comes to Kerrigan. Only this SMG, and they're all around him. Every single side surrounded, and VP, first gun round, have it, and we'll get out of the deadlock, or pardon me, out of the zeros and into a closer game a lot quicker this time.
Yeah. Good aggressive play from VP, getting those 2 entries and then falling back. Sure, TSM managed to get the bomb down, but VP only lost 2 men, so their economy is at least still decent. They can still... Did they buy an extra...
I don't think I saw anything extra come out. I think one was tossed over, that's all. I didn't think I saw anything abnormal there in the buy.
I'm just trying to do the math here.
We'll have to fly above the spawn if we get a chance.
I actually
Maybe
didn't see the previous round if they all had full armor. Because it doesn't make any sense. They have 3 remaining and they're all very low on money right now.
They don't all have armor now because Taz is on the ground, much like his body. The corpse left to decay as Pasha comes back, and they're all traded evenly, dead across. It's down to 3s, but look at Pasha down to 12 HP. KGB finds Neo, and now you have to think TSM have the advantage, but still have to find their way into a bomb site. Split up defense right now, and it'll be a passive hold at A. As we see Pasha get on the backside, actually changes it again. He's going to head in toward the stairwell. He's going to stack it up over on B. And look at B Ali. He's very forward, so this should indicate that they are going to head over toward A. But with low HP on Pasha, I think they're just going to hold on to these guns.
Yeah, that and considering their money situation, it's better just to take a gamble here and just stick on the B bomb site. If they manage to go B, yeah, sure, you might actually win the round. If they don't, then just save your weapons.
Yeah, so early setup. And TSM will not go back. They will walk in unrelenting and put this bomb down.
Bomb has been planted.
So we should go to 4-1 here. We
Yeah,
will go
very
to
good
4-1
start
here.
so
I'm not going to
far.
call it too soon, but bearing any crazy miracle. A drone to come in and magically defuse in behind the 3C, or probably the 3T players, just like buzzing above the bomb.
Just insta-defuse.
Yep. Might have typed in the wrong code when they put it down.
But yeah, it's a good good start so far for TSM. 4-1. Obviously, yeah, they lost that 1 round, but winning the round after is just gonna force VP in a very awkward place. Sure, having the 2 weapons saved, Snacks with 4K, they should buy here. Yeah, they're dropping a scout for Neo. But yeah, they really need to buy here and win back the round, because otherwise it's gonna look nasty.
With device on the op-up, we've seen him use it already this game to a reasonable good success. We'll see if he can get something going. A lot more aggressive this time from the front side of bathrooms over toward the birthday party from Virtus.pro. This does actually, so here's the difference. We talked about the North American teams yesterday. They don't read what that push means. We already saw Cajun B heading down the backside at long A because he knows if they're aggressive front side, there has to be an opening somewhere.
Yep.
So they instantly take map control. So good read TSM, and Neo's in a lot of trouble. Gets caught by Dupree. Pasha now has to fall deeply inside the site. Flash is coming over to give him a little bit of a scare, but they aren't quite in position, so he will get a smoke out. That'll delay them a little bit further, but he's playing very forward, it has to be said. Where's the support? Finally, Taz gets there. Pasha does get the first. Nade out on the second. That does damage onto Dupree, down to 53. And Taz, he's just going to man up and go all the way through. He just wants to take the fight straight to them. Bialy's in behind them as well, so this is actually working out okay, because TSM, look how slow they're being about it, and Taz walked directly across the top of the mid and gets inside the bathroom, bomb down. That's a man play. They didn't even have smoke to go there. Taz just said, I'm going to go. And he gets, man, that's just good positioning.
Yeah, considering that Bialy's coming, is flanking as well, you know, instead of just waiting for Bialy.
They let Dupree go, though. They let him pick up the bomb. Taz could have peeked that, and they don't. And actually, they're going to go further than that. Can they get to be 14 seconds? Oh, this is going to be close. They'll just be getting around the corner. Yes, they will have time. Dupree makes the jump. That makes it even easier. So bomb will go down. 7 seconds still on the clock. And VP suddenly realized that all their good work has come undone. They've got to fight for a retake. And decent positioning right now from TSM. Bialy checking every corner on the way through. They don't want to give too much up, and Device already finds Taz. Bialy. Oh, talk about a turnaround back and forth round. You can't find anyone. They're playing so passive, no peeking. Such good discipline right now from Team SoloMid as Bialy tries to bait out one. That'll be Dupree, but it's only one. Does get the kill this time. He's got to stick it. Does Device try and go for it? He's coming around the corner. One on the left on it. Woo! Just barely with the Tech 9.
That was close. It's still beyond me why Taz actually let them run away with the bomb.
It's still beyond me how he got into bathrooms for free.
Yeah, that as well, actually.
That's crazy.
But yeah, TSM up 5-1. It's again a very good start on their T side on overpass. And VP's forced on a save.
Taz up close. This is tense. If he gets the first shot with the P250, it would have easily been a trade. Could have made a difference, but Dupree makes no mistake, puts them down. And Bialy's forward. This is a good position to play, not only with pistols, but in general, because you're limiting the angle. You can also dodge flashes by being forward of them, but Device catches Neo now as well. Kerrigan's going to go hunting early as the bomb is already planted, and he realizes that he guessed wrong. Snacks was behind him, but it's just an SMG that he dropped, so not a big loss.
Yeah, no. Not really. It would have been worse if he actually managed to get some kills with it, which he didn't. So just dropping the SMG, it doesn't matter. He would probably, yeah, sure. If he stayed alive, he would probably keep it for next round. But it's not a big loss for losing it. He'll just end up buying an AK anyway.
Kerrigan loves to hold those late. He's one of the only players that we talked about how earlier in the day. Actually, I don't think you were on. It was me and Threat, but Nip didn't upgrade in one of the rounds against Immunity.
Yep.
Kerrigan's one of the guys that doesn't upgrade ever. He just wants to build bank every single round.
Well, that as well, and I mean, it makes sense in a way, because Kerrigan is never the one that's first in. Never. So keeping one SMG when everyone else is upgrading, even if one of his teammates die, he will just pick up the AK, and it's not a loss. It's not a money loss. If for some odd reason that no one dies and he runs in, he will just get it like some extra money, right? So it's actually a very smart play, and you don't see that too often. People just tend to upgrade like all of them, and they don't really consider that, well, being the third person in, you don't really need to upgrade, right?
Very smart indeed. Bialy this time wants to be the one to get a little bit aggressive all across the map. There's nobody at home in a bomb site. The 3 players on A pushed out front side bathroom again, but it is going to be a B setup right now from TSM. As Kerrigan hasn't found out anything at A side, he'll head back over. Actually, he's just watching the backside of the lower halls as Cajun B. There's your entry. That's Bialy. And Virtus.pro realize that with 3 people pushed up A, there's nobody else on the site. They're going to rush back around, go the long way. Better question, though, is, where exactly is Neo going? He's taking an even longer route. Sure, he has to stay alive, but Zipnix is aware that he's coming. He might have just waited inside Squeaky and been just as close, but instead, full rotation tries to catch them off. Zipnix gets the kill on him. Dupree also finds Snacks. Taz gets one in response, brings it back to a 2-on-2, but this bomb's been ticking for a decent amount of time, and they are both coming over. They do drop down, and Taz, nice shot on Zipnix. Now it's down to a 1-on-2. But again, there's no time. Yep. And no kit. That's the even more important part.
And Dupree even stayed a Molotov for the actual defuse, so. TSM playing extremely well at the moment.
So once again, it looked like we were going to come back and stabilize a little sooner. We're off to this massive stretch lead. And again, it's TSM. For the second straight time, who find themselves in a 7-1 position. And again, it's on the T side, which they chose to start both times.
Yeah, and I mean, it's paying off. Tenfolds. I mean, after watching the Mirage game, you're thinking, okay, well, TSM, they're not feeling it today. Coming into Inferno, they just massacred Virtus.pro, and they look to do exactly the same here on Overpass. And yeah, having 2 scouts on VP as well, very low on money.
Neo trying to find something with the scout. Zipnik's playing very far back. In fact, far enough back that he could crouch and see that cross. He wasn't in position at the first peak, but still back there. Kerrigan, great shot that time. There's a reason to upgrade if you're going to split like that. Although Snacks gets him immediately after. Initial damage done by the rifle, secondary damage done from the Scout, and Dupree, though, and Cajun B have made themselves around the flower pots. They are up close. That's a big committed peak. That's a wide peak to check that wall.
Yep. Oh, it is. Well, that's why I don't like this this whole area. The whole bomb site. I really do not like this.
And we saw Taz fell. He couldn't see it. He has to peek in front of the truck if he wants to do that. It is cluttered. I think it's better without that front truck. I think the boxes are a better option. From this angle, definitely, as Snacks now can hold the crossfire, but it's still definitely a bit of a mess sometimes. And right now, Snacks does counter back, make it 2, make it 3. What a play from him. Great hold. As he walks out one by one, takes them down, and Virtus.pro now have 2.
Yeah, great shot by Snacks. That was an excellent hold. And this is what they need for the remainder of the half. Even going into their T side after, you need these big plays coming in from their players. Snacks, also Pasha needs to step it up quite significantly over on this map.
And Virtus.pro are going to go for this bathroom boost that we see now. They can see through the window and have someone front. Serves a multi-purpose, but you have to hit the first shot. If you don't get 1 kill from this position, they're just going to swarm you. Take full advantage. Cajun B is going to be the first to arrive on scene. They won't be able to... Oh, I think they actually can. They're playing it far enough back that Snacks would be able to spot him at the top of the doorway. Most people play it more forward as Device will find Bialy. And Snacks spots the first player crossing over. Taz gets back, and there it is. There's your 1 kill. Drop immediately and fall. Take advantage of the gain. And with 1 man up, Pasha makes it 2, but man, he very nearly went down. 13 HP before he even got a shot off, and somehow that's what he survives with. Zipnix wants to play it slow and try and get something going over toward the B site, but Neo's still there, as is Taz. It's a good split. Nice boost to try and get over and up above, but look at that. Nobody at Toxic to be spotted. No one directly on the site. If Taz falls back or Neo takes another step, they might be able to spot him up, but 30 seconds left. They've got to get off this boost and make a choice soon.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. I mean, Device actually have money. Simthings actually does not. And you see there.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah.
Bailing.
They're done. They don't want any part of it.
So last game we went back to 8-3. This time we'll go 7-3. CT side, though, for Virtus.pro.
Counter-terrorists win.
This definitely is a change from the last time these two teams played. Absolutely. TSM looks so much better on their on their T side. And again, they played this map a lot recently.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I actually have to say, if you play this map correctly, then
9-6?
In favor of the T's, I would say.
Really?
Yeah,
you go that far?
Yeah, the reason why is because the A bomb site, unless you go aggressive and get those initial picks, it's so hard to hold since you can't pick long without being seen from short.
I think A's definitely switched. You're right. And we talked about how Navi just smoke it off and say, we'll just plant and fall. We don't even need the picks.
Yeah, and as long as you get the bomb down, you just play after plant and you get those positions, and it's just so extremely difficult. So you really need to go aggressive first to get those initial picks. You actually do have a chance, because this side is so awkward now to actually hold. Whereas for B, that hasn't changed too much. So that's why you see TSM, you know, they often opt to go.
A lot more teams are going at A, and maybe that's exactly why. 9-6 was bold. I didn't think you were going to go that far for the T's. I thought maybe 8-7 T at best, but man, we're definitely.
But that's with me saying if they play it correctly.
True. We are staring down a possible 9-6 score. TSM would only need 2 more to make that happen. As Pasha's going to fall off long this time because they haven't found the picks, but they've given up a lot of A this time. So Kerrigan's already close. He'll wrap around the corner. Does have this Tech 9, but he knows they're there. Look at this flash, but he can't connect. Pasha manages to get the kill. He doesn't get anything at all, despite that they're both blinded up. That could have been a catastrophe for Virtus.pro. Now it's all left to Cajun B, and they are coming back from both sides. Zipnix, meanwhile, has found a way into B. That's where the bomb is. So an early rotation from Virtus.pro. And Neo can't get the planner on the exit because that flash came out extremely well timed from TSM. Smoke to follow. Virtus.pro, a premature rotation. Dupree in behind the plywood. gets spotted up. Pasha rounds the corner and takes him down. He's going to go further, finding Zipnix on the backside. Low HP for him, but Device is all that's left as Neo finds Cajun B. Tech9 this time makes no mistake, picks up the AK as well, but he's peeking aggressively because he knows he has to. Taz was already on the defuse.
Yeah, and again, you see there, actually, when TSM hit, even though it was a fake, they backed up to go towards the B. We saw there the awkward positions that actually Pasha and I think it was Bialy had towards the long area there. They were basically stuck. They couldn't go anywhere. They don't even have vision on the site unless they decide to peek. And if TSM had one more guy just lurking and coming along behind them, they would have the entire site.
And again, TSM doesn't have a lot of money in the bank. So it'll be back to 2 Tech9s in this round, Dupree P250. As we see from his perspective just now, Cajun B gonna smoke off the top side of B site. That goes directly into the window. Excuse me, as Cajun B wants to come through. Taz is already waiting, make it a double for him, no flash for him. It goes too deep on the bounce and they just walk directly into him. It's a slaughter, Dupree falling as well. And Device, he is one of the rifle players. The pistols have already dropped. He's going to try and take the fight back, and Taz switches over to the Tech9, gets caught out on the repeak. But Pasha's found Zipnix, and that means it is just Device, 1-on-2. I guess if there's any player you want with the skill in this position, it's him, but he won't go any further. Pasha's already found him, and that bomb was down, so he had to take that 1-on-1. And now it's 7-5. They're slowly clawing back into this.
Yeah, for sure, and again, even before, when it was 7-2, it started looking very gruesome for Virtus.pro. Climbing back now, again, since I do not remember seeing them play the latest overpass with the changes, so I actually don't know how good they will be on their T side. But just to be safe, they need to keep up this momentum they have and just keep on getting the 3 remaining rounds.
And full, well, okay, it's an invested eco, but it's full pistols this time. So TSM kind of overextended their buys a little bit. This gives a few more rounds back. They could have fully saved last time and had guns out in this one. Nice shot from KGB to open it up, but look at the response. Snacks holds again from Optimus Prime, and they just walk into him. Finally, they catch him off guard as KGB comes in late. They've got it down to a 2-on-2, but look at the HP. 13 total for TSM. Get the bomb down. That's a win in this case, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and
or is it? No, they've already dropped it.
Considering the buy that TSM did, I'm pretty sure that they realized that Virtus.pro, they don't have too much money. So just buying the pistols with armor, just trying to keep the minimum or the economy at a low. I still think that they should have at least bought a smoker and some flashes or maybe 2 smokes to try and make the best of the situation.
Because now we do go back to 7-6. So 9-6 would be the best case scenario. The score that you said could be potentially the terrorist side.
He's going to be able to catch Bialy. Oh, he's going the wrong way.
As the M4 up.
Yeah.
It's only 6 seconds. He wants to just get the plant. He wants the money. He's too late. Yeah, he realizes it. 1 second too late. And now he has to survive. Time's expired and he goes down afterward. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Device, look at them. They're all ready to buy. And Device gets stuck with 2250 as a result of that. That's just brutal.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they're getting back, but look at VP's economy, right? It's extremely low still. So now it's only 2 rounds left remaining on the half. But just TSM winning this one will actually force VP in a very awkward situation coming into the last round.
Just mows them down when they walk up from the stairwell. Drops a smoke, so they can't pursue him any further, but they will go from the backside. Kerrigan's the one that's doing it. That fires out. He's forced forward, so he has to get joined in the raiding party. With Device, there's the shot. They bring it back closer. Neo brings it back on edge, though, as Kerrigan drops him with no smokes out up front. They haven't got away directly across. That one's slightly deep. There's still a gap. Zipnix. Oh, talk about luck. Device actually hung around.
He got flashed, so he actually had to force himself back.
So now it's back to 2-on-2 as Neo does go down. Get your gun back out. Taz catches Zipnix completely off guard. His pants down. And he'll go further than that. It's Device to drop. We're on 7s. VP have made this an extremely interesting game now.
Yeah, great comeback so far. If they manage to get the last one as well, that's going to be massive.
The last 4 rounds, we saw a half buy from TSM, then we saw a half buy with the other 2 players, then we saw that late, or the full pistol round, then we saw the death from Device late. It's just been economy going against them lately. Finally, they'll get it back out in the last round. Money bonus is firmly in their favor, but again, this is round 15.
Yeah, TSM, I feel like this half, after they were 7-2 up, been trying to work VP's economy a bit too much, where they're forced into these awkward buys themselves.
Snack's almost caught at the stairwell. He does have one on either side, so he is going to be pinched. They'll force the issue. Doesn't even get a shot off with the op. It's Cajun B, so a little bit of an aggressive play. Good spam coming through from Bialy on the backside, though. That does do Device a little bit of damage, but Cajun B gets the shot. Now it's 2 up. So TSM may finally have an edge in a round for the first time in quite some while, as Zipnix will join over. Watch out, though. Neo is up close, as we can see, and has this op. Smoke dissolves. Meanwhile, Dupree finds Pasha. First shot, not close enough. Can't hit it. Can he get it with the Tech 9? Not going to happen. Kerrigan finds him as well, and it's all left to Taz to close out the half. So the advantage will still, or should still stay in TSM's favor. Doesn't even matter how many exit kills he gets. He needs the round, because again, we reset and swap it over. 1 down, a little bit closer. And there will be no 1v5 clutch. Device gets the shot, holds true. But we split the half, and now we've got a game. Now we finally have some close matchups.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, great comeback by VP. Just considering how dominant TSM looked the first 9 rounds, even though VP had got to 2 there. But yeah, great comeback. And
point.
yeah, and you actually saw the way that VP actually switched into like how they started playing, going that aggressive, getting those entries, and then just falling back and just making life difficult for TSM. Because after that, you actually didn't see the smoke round the TSM have on the A bomb side, because they were always men down, so they probably couldn't execute the smoke round the way that they would have wanted. So.
Well, we will waste no time. Both teams want to just get this over with. We finally have a match that might live up to the rivalry that we've been seeing all season long. I shouldn't say season, I should say 2015, all year long. Zipnix aggressive toward the sandbags, just waiting for someone around the corner. Smoke will force him back just a little bit further, so he'll counter it out with one of his own. But look at them, they're already through the sewage pipe. Kerrigan's forced back, and Zipnix from so far away has to hit headshots pretty much from the P250 to make any merit, and the bomb's already down. Snacks with the smokes, gets in up close, and all 10 players still up. VP now have a massive effort to hold, but they'll get passive. They go outside the site. They'll just wait for TSM to get in position. Is there any kits up? There is. It's one for Zipnix, and he's the one that's on it, so they found 2 kills. He's going to hold this. If they don't come around the corner now, this is going to be defused, and that's exactly the case. The alley might get 2, but man, that's a good play from TSM.
Yeah, that is such an awkward situation to be in. 5-on-5, having bomb down, no control of the site whatsoever, just getting the bomb down, falling back basically.
Tasty.
And yeah, and massive kills coming in from TSM, and then just holding the bomb bomb defuse.
Even one player to push forward and pit just to get in behind them would have helped out, but like you said, they didn't have any control to do that. It was smokes just to get the bomb in place.
Yeah, and Kerrigan played it very smart, just falling down to the actual pit there, just playing it safe, making sure it doesn't actually die, because then VP can actually move forward. But because he stayed alive, they actually couldn't do that.
And look at the call this time. No SMG. So Kerrigan says, guys, play a little more passive. Let's not rush it all. Get the rifles out and hold true, because we don't want to rush out and get caught by a VP team play with pistols. Yeah, and look how passive they are as a result, too. So they want to play the length angles.
Yeah, that as well. And also VP actually got the plan, so they know that VP is going to buy next round. So then buying SMGs now,
good point.
They're going to have to rebuy them anyway.
Yeah, great point. So good leadership from Kerrigan to read into that.
Yeah.
Asha wants to lurk in toward A. And it's Cajun B that stares him down. Dupree on the offside.
Not on the VP side either.
Pasha's in, but this isn't the real deal. That's just a sell on the fake, because the rest are heading in on BGS. Now through the tunnel they go, and Kerrigan lines them up, drops them down, make it more with the USP. What a play from him as Zipnix comes in and contributes on the last. And TSM now double up. They're on to double digits.
Yeah, so far so good from the TSM side. We're going to see here now then if VP has actually looked into this map, or if they, again, if they have played it. They do have 3 smokes to play with, which is great. That will be sufficient enough if they want to try and do an A smoke round and just get the bomb down and play after plant.
TSM marching formation, one after the other, down in toward the stairwell. This will give them a split read on the defense, but it doesn't funnel them quite the same as if you push out long A. And where they are at A, it can be a little bit awkward to retake from that side.
Look at the push more VP over at B.
Well, TSM actually cancels out. It's Bialy and Device. Okay, this changes it. That changes it massively. Him getting those 2 kills slows down everything, because if they walk past and they have to come out on the flank, one lurk player can slow down the retake, but get them before they're in position. That makes a massive difference. Now they have to play backwards because look where the bomb is. It's up above, so they've got to go even further just to get it, even though it's right there. And Device is aware of it. Smart play from him. Reads Pasha, and it's all down to Neo. Just do something. Just get one. Because 2 AKs have already been picked up. Drop over from those FAMASas. They're just giving guns away and money. And a late lead, which they don't want to do at all. Neo does get Device. Zipnik's though right beside him. A little premature on the spray, but he closes it out no less.
Yeah, and TSM actually with a really great push from the B bomb site. They actually decided to go. So TSM actually had 1 guy pushed into the door just to hold him, and then they had 2 guys push into B, trying to kill off the VP member. Sure, he got 1, but then he just went down, and that basically just lost VP so much map control because TSM had all of B all the way to T spawn.
Device goes to the op this round, which is kind of interesting in a way because they're up against pistols. It's a massive investment to lose if he does. But it is CT-sided, so he doesn't have to get aggressive. He can just hold an angle with it. Dupree. They love to do that. They love to send Dupree frontside bathrooms, and then occasionally they'll just say, hey, go over and get close on that A-long position so that you think you can get him by the wall. You don't do it at all. Dupree now finds Taz, and these pistols haven't found much. Snacks does eventually get Dupree, but it's Cage and B. 4 rounds to go for TSM. This is when things usually get interesting for TSM.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not calling it quits yet, but VP needs to get some rounds on the board here. They need to figure out a way to break TSM. Because again, they don't have that much money, so just winning 1 or 2 consecutive rounds will change the outcome of the game.
Zipnik's caught with his pants down. This time, Nade's still raining out, and Bialy rounds the corner, finds Kerrigan as well. Great entry from him. And it looks like it might be an early retirement in the round from TSM. They're all heading out toward long A as the bomb's already getting planted onto B.
Yeah, extremely smart here. Again, they don't have that much money. Saving as many weapons as they can is crucial if they want to keep this lead.
It's always interesting, the meta of the economy. It definitely adds such a depth to Counter-Strike, which is why it's such a lovely game. And Pasha finds one of the guns that was trying to be saved. That's Dupree. Tries to flash over and go for more, because where there's one, there must be a bunch if they're hiding and holding.
Yeah, this is going to be so difficult, though, to actually keep these guns. They're coming. The poles are coming.
Taz tries to flash his way through, but Cage and B gets him, and actually Device gets Neo as well as...
Oh, wow.
Wow, he's also going to get Snacks. So
yeah, and you saw that. I mean... Great, even though TSM lost the round, they managed to kill off 4 VP members. And again, it's not like VP has a lot of money. They just won that 1 round, and they're still...
It's a desperate chase.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can win that chase, then it changes. Because like you say, VP or TSM starts to break down a bit, and they can start to claw in sooner, but it backfired on them.
Yeah, it's a very fine line, because they knew as well, like, they've killed off so many TSM members. Yeah, they're low on money as well, but getting them money starved is more important at this stage.
Bialy just desperate to hit that shot before the fire took him out. In the end, it was Zipnik's bullet. Either way, he's on the sidelines. Taz has also taken a little bit of damage, down to 73 for him. Cage and B is going to hold from Catwalk. 3 at B right now. As Zipnik's has dropped down there as well. So 2A passive play. And this is where we talk about it. Now it's passive. Now they have a chance to utilize this new A position. But it is Device with the op. Does spot the cross, goes for the repeat, gets him. Beautiful play on Pasha, and he had no idea that was coming. So they'll regroup front bathroom.
Yeah, but this is not a good position for VP. They won that 1 round, they lost 4 members, only saving 1 weapon, and now they're down 2 men. It's gonna be, I mean, even just getting the bomb plant will force them on a save. Basically, they need to win the round, otherwise they're gonna be forced to save. And TSM on 13 rounds at that point.
Device almost needs to rely on a smoke to come out right now to hold off Snacks, because if he wants to re-peek long, he will be slightly exposed in doing so. Luckily, there are 2 support players in position to hold them. And Device gets passive. Neo gets past him, though, and Dupree doesn't see it coming. He was expected that to be covered off, and now Snacks has an entry as well. VP open up the site in numbers, as now Cajun B will join everybody else in the grave. And I hope that Casket's got room for more, because Zipnix is in a very tight spot, and there it is. Snuggle up and spoon, because Kerrigan might be next. Nope, just grabs the op he wants out of there.
Yep. Great play by VP. I mean, that looked to be a TSM round, but Device actually missed a crucial shot onto Neo when he jumped on towards the site. And then since he missed it, a TSM member actually went down, and it just gave VP the whole site, and then they were forced to try to retake it, even without having the bomb down, and they just fell down like flies.
And Device missing that one shot on Neo could have changed it.
Yeah, I mean, getting that frag, then we're looking into another TSM round. But missing that shot
stays up for the crossfire.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, great take by VP, and they needed that. It was looking very, very grim with the 3-on-5, and they didn't even use any smokes. They just took it like men.
And that was the peculiar thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Took it like Polish men.
Taz is a hairy beast. Not on his head. Everywhere else. Let's not read too much into this. Zipnix will get Snacks. That's going to open up the round. And again, they'll go for this smoke plant on B this time. Not a lot of site presence, much like the pistol round. The advantage even goes the way of TSM this time before the bomb goes down, but Pasha will cancel that out. The guns can hold the angles this time. Kerrigan's already dropped, but Bialy on the backside catches Device. And look at Pasha. He stays a lot closer, but through the smoke they go. They process that out and realize he has to be sitting at exactly that angle. But Neo, how does he get in behind them? Walks up catwalk as they all drop to the right side, and they've pulled this back into a 1-on-2. Cajun B's clueless. He doesn't know which way to go. Tries to bait it out, and Neo's still there. So Virtus.pro are bringing this back now. 2 points the difference.
Yeah, and TSM, no money. So gonna be a save. Yeah, here we go.
And this is good. This is encouraging from VP and any VP fan right now, because when they get comfortable, man, they get scary.
Yeah, and the difference there, since you pointed out the pistol round, they actually did have smokes to play with there, so it was actually in their favor that round, because TSM was forced to actually try to work around the smokes, and VP was just waiting for him.
Aggressive play TSM, similar to how we saw them win against Fnatic, and they only get one this time. VP's a little more aware that the push was coming out, so Zipnix is the only one to get a kill, and they'll just clean up the rest. 1 point now, VP. Talk about clawing back in late, and TSM, I said this is when it gets interesting.
Yeah.
They've got to secure this. They can't go back to their old ways now. And this is a big investment. This is all in. Money for VP's not fabulous, but 5,300 for Snacks, no less after the buy.
Yeah, they're still in this situation where even if they lose this one round, they can still buy, which is very important, whereas for TSM, they have no money to spare.
Oh, did they pass each other? No, Kerrigan's on the other side of it. He got forward for the flash, but Pasha might be able to spot him. He's blinded up. Kerrigan,
oh my God.
Oh, he's going to fall out of this, and he actually gets it. My goodness, Pasha, I thought that was going to go his way entirely. And they spot the boost. Nice shot from Snacks just before we see this rotation highlighted, and now this is it. This is VP taking the site, much like we talked about. Smokes out, they'll be able to get this bomb plant early. Flash comes over the top, and Snacks pops around at the same time. Dupree has no answer. And VP, my goodness, this is strong from them. TSM look clueless in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, they have no answer to this as of right now. And VP playing it very, very smart here. Getting that entry, just pushing, just keep on pushing as a team and just basically...
Pause. And they called it.
Yeah, okay.
TSM's going to go for the tactical
I
pause.
just saw it. It was probably Katie who called that. Guys, pause the game. I can't lose. I'm not worried about you guys.
They're already picking on me enough.
Yeah.
Zipnix will get Bialy on the way out, but Snacks was there as well. 12-12, and money is completely gone on the CT side.
Yeah, and yeah, that one round that TSM lost there when it was a 5-on-3 on the A bomb site is really hurting them right now. And this is the time where we tend to see TSM crumble a little bit. As you know, when it's when they're up so much and then they keep on falling back and VP is climbing back and they keep on winning these rounds where they shouldn't have. But TSM here, they just need to again, they're talking about it right now. I'm hoping from Kerrigan that he's going to call like, okay, we still got to play aggressive. We still got to get that entry so we can fall back. Yeah, we lost that one round when we messed up. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, we messed up, but don't let that discourage you. Just keep on pushing, get those entries, and fall back and just play our game. I'm trying to find Katie in here somewhere.
So tense. So tense. They started to do this last week as well against Fnatic on Overpass. They started to let it slip, and then they pulled off that Hail Mary with the pistols to win it. Luckily, that time the difference was they were at 15, not at 12. They still have a long way to go here. And VP's got to be comfortable right now. Just sit back, keep playing it. The thing is as well is that they're finding entries on both sites, so it's not like TSM can get early rotations in, because the fakes are coming out in force, and they've planted at both bomb sites a considerable number of times.
Yeah, it's just about having that idea, because right now, again, they're getting run over. Let's just put it that way. So wasting some extra nades in the beginning of the round just to try and hold them off, see if they run through. You saw there, for example, like Kerrigan around through the smoke, where you see Pasha just basically pushing through the smoke anyway, so they're fearless right now.
This is aggressive. This is very... So based on money bonus alone, they're going for the FAMASes. Oh, if this doesn't work, then you're at 13 before you can buy. You go maybe 14 even. Cajun B gets caught with the scout, goes again, and they just fire above. They were already pre-firing that jump. Oh, this is looking ugly now for TSM. The 5 AK is still up. They rotate back. Kerrigan's got to get back to A. Zipnik's on his way over as well. Luckily, Virtus.pro haven't pushed too far forward, but this is a sell. Again, they forced the rotation there. We see it on the map.
You see there, it was kind of like Virtus.pro actually knew what was coming. They're like, okay, well, guys, they're going to have to fish for the entry. They're probably going to go aggressive. Just play passive. And that's what you see from VP this round. And very passive, just holding the angles.
Yeah, they're reading these rotations to perfection.
Oh.
Device spots one. This will call someone. It has to call someone back. No one's coming back. Why is no one coming back? And Device peeks out. If he goes down, the site's completely open. This has to be efficient, so he'll fall well and truly inside the pit. Fire to come out and hold him in place as Bialy lobs a nade over as well. They're looking for any damage they can before the rest of TSM get there. And again, it's the smoke plant. It worked for them in the gun round, didn't on the pistol, but look at the difference. They're aggressively inside the site. They're forward this time. They don't fall off, and it's all up to Device. And this could potentially look to 14 before TSM even have an answer to get back in, and Device, no answer, already down from Taz.
Yeah, and look at the money on VP as well. They can, even if TSM manages to win the next 2 or 3 rounds, they can still buy here. So it's very dangerous now from TSM. And they bought, I mean, again, they're choosing to buy.
Man. I mean, you'd think at some point something's got to give, but it's even more slim this time. They can't get a scout out. Dupree's still in the 5-7. They're just slowly digging their grave. The noose is being tied around their neck, and if they pull one more time on a force pie, if they don't win this one, it's just gonna, that's it. It's up.
Yeah, because, I mean, even if they don't win this round, they're going to be stuck in the same situation over and over again. But they need to take this chance now, because the match is just slipping away from their fingers right now.
And very interesting calls from Kerrigan. Look at the stack they run. Dupree's forward, so they have figured out they're not going to be to be, but that's an open stack, and with Cajun B losing that battle, things are open. Dupree is behind. He's on the reconnaissance mission with that 5-7. Got around, but Neo finds the shot on Zipnik's, and the aim is definitely on from Virtus.pro. Bomb's going to go down. Device needs to be so careful on his peak. Waits for it. Is that second player going to find him? It is. Pasha was on the way around, and Taz wins that battle. They can't even win the duels right now. Haven't found anyone. Everybody's still alive, and Virtus.pro are going to be staring at match point if this continues.
I mean, the way that both teams are playing right now, TSM not getting any kills whatsoever. Virtus.pro is shooting extremely hard right now. Like, this is, for me, this is already game over.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, and again, you see here, TSM, no money. They're going to have to, they're buying pistols and armor.
And this is also like twice as hard. This is a big pill to swallow. You finally got over all your issues last weekend. They were pumped about it. Not even just to win the tournament, but pumped they didn't choke. They're right back to it.
Yeah. But again, it's not over. It's not over until it's over. But it's not looking good right now.
Well, they are going to play it for overtime. They finally accept the fact that they need the bigger rifles because the FAMASes didn't win a single duel in the last round, as we saw.
Maybe they're thinking like next level right now. It's like, okay, we can't kill anyone with rifles.
Maybe we can, Keep in mind on Mirage, they got, of their 4 rounds, they got 3 of them were ecos. Neo's not going to let that start off well for them. Although there's your answer. Pasha's dropped. Device with the deagle. Wait for the flash. Hope someone's closer. Unfortunately, no one is, as Bialy waits patiently at B for information. Zipnix has found a way into the corner unsighted. That may pay off in dividends, or at least the form of 1 kill, but right now he's looking at the doorway. That exposes his gun very early to anyone who creeps up. And here we go. Smoke's over. Kerrigan's getting there. They're going to have to hear him come close. He pops around 5-7, and then unfortunately that's not a 1-on-1. That's a 1-on-3, and Bialy.
Yeah, rotation is so late from TSM.
Zipnix already smoked out. He's going to flash his way in. Might find the bomb planter. Does actually force him off it. That drops him down. Can he get to the AK? He can't. Neo turns around, puts the bullet into his back, and it's all up to Zipnix. Or pardon me, on a Device, as Zipnix was the one to go down. So Device, very far away from the site, has the AK, and you have to think with the call that they want to play this for overtime, he'll just hold on to that.
Oh yeah, I mean, he has to. No kits, AK, no armor. We'll probably drop the deagle for someone so he can have with the op. I'm trying to see here. So if he wants to, they can probably drop an op, or Dupree can probably drop.
Well, we've got a full money bonus as well, so we should be able to easily drop one.
Yeah,
Cajun B will be in position. Dupree will be in position.
I'm just trying to figure out if they actually can afford the.
Yeah, they're all they're all up to.
So they have the armor, they have the op if they want to as well, and on top of that they have all the nades that they want. So again, it's not over. TSM, they only need 3 rounds to take it into overtime, and
it's series point though.
Yeah.
Series point, upper bracket win directly through.
I'm actually giving the op to Cajun B this round instead of Device.
Well, he is the CT side op normally on most maps. But again, it has been Device instead of Kerrigan that they've been playing one on this time. But you're right, dead fast from Virtus.pro. They want in, they want Nip. It's that Nip that they'll play if they win this round. And so far it's starting off well. 2-man advantage canceled out by Kerrigan to bring it back to 1. But close to the site, there's Cajun B. He finds out on Neo. Bomb is going to go down regardless. Flash comes out. Device looking for an angle, trying to pop out. Taz already cancels out Dupree on Catwalk, so they have to play it from the same side, and it's all down to Cajun B. They'll have a rematch with Navi, and the question is, can they do that twice? He dies to the fire. So Pasha puts them on 16, and Virtus.pro's pumped. We can hear them yelling through the door in the studio right now. Great comeback in TSM. They're haunted by their old demons.